What is going on, everybody? It's the France, and we are back again for our Smackdown Live review for April 3rd, 2018. We are on the road to WrestleMania, the final stop for Smackdown in Nashville, Tennessee, the home of one Double J, Jeff Jarrett, who was backstage tonight, was not seen, of course, but just want to throw a little tidbit out there. Before we get into Smackdown tonight, I'm not going to go over it completely tonight. I will talk about it more tomorrow because it's more appropriate, but Triple H today, not tonight, but today, debuted the new North American Championship for NXT that the 6 men that were going for it at TakeOver will be going after. Now, like I said, I won't show it off tonight because it's more appropriate for tomorrow, but I will go over the belt and everything tomorrow. I'm excited from what I saw today, and it does once again show that NXT has its leagues better when it comes to title belts, match quality, storytelling, everything over the main roster. And it's kind of sad. I mean, come on. It's a belt. And NXT is trumping WWE at this time with said belt. So, again, that'll be the first thing we talk about tomorrow on NXT's Road to TakeOver show, the final TakeOver, the go-home show before TakeOver this Saturday. Now, on to Smackdown Live, where we had Shane McMahon return tonight. We had 3 matches that really didn't mean anything. They did, I guess, build towards WrestleMania. We had Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin take on Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles. Jinder Mahal versus Rusev. Yay, yay, yay. And Charlotte versus Natalya. Other than that, we really didn't have much in terms of anything for the WWE tonight. We had for SmackDown. I mean, all in all, we did also have Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn make their presence known for their match at WrestleMania. I don't know if that's going to be on YouTube or not. If it is, I'll try and get it up here. But SmackDown, by and large, has the more exciting matches for WrestleMania. We left Raw off with Raw last night, and I really wasn't excited for anything except for the triple threat match for the Intercontinental title, and that's because Finn Balor and Seth Rollins put on one hell of a match, and of course that was 6 days before WrestleMania, so we're probably going to see majority of the stuff that we saw last night in that match. Other than that, the tag team title match, who cares? The women's title match should be on the pre-show period, or 5 seconds into the show, it's done. And the Universal title match, I don't really care. The Undertaker versus John Cena possible match, I honestly don't give a shit about. Any interest I would have had in the match died with the Undertaker not showing up, not making any indication that he's going to be at WrestleMania. I think it is lame. I think it was fucking rubbish. I think it was stupid as fuck that it was the same thing every single fucking week with no difference at all. It's okay to do this whole silence fucking thing. The only thing we had difference was 2 weeks ago, Kane came out, chokeslammed John Cena, and then him and Kane had a match last week. That was it. That side of the WrestleMania card, I really do not fucking care about at all. Well, except for the triple threat match. That's the only thing. Tonight we didn't, and there's been talk about maybe the triple threat tag team match will be a ladder match. That was not confirmed tonight, so apparently we have no stipulation, no table, no ladder, none of that stuff at WrestleMania. So we're just going to have a bunch of single matches and tag team matches and a mixed tag match and a tag team match that is if one team wins, they get rehired. If one team loses, they're fired. Still match. I guess that's about it. WrestleMania really has nothing, like none of those big matches that you want to see outside of Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles and Charlotte versus Asuka and Daniel Bryan's in-ring return. Other than that, WrestleMania on paper looks like a good card, but in the end, I don't think it's going to be. I honestly think that WWE, one way or another, is going to fuck this entire thing up and make WrestleMania just look piss poor for another year that we have seen. I mean, they have NXT TakeOver the night before, which quite honestly, I wish NXT TakeOver would have stayed on Fridays because it's so damn good. I think it was Dallas was the first one. It was on a Friday, and then they changed it up last year. NXT TakeOver is so damn good that if we had it on Friday and we had the Hall of Fame in between TakeOver and WrestleMania, it would be a good breather for us wrestling fans. So we don't, especially everyone who watches TakeOver and then WrestleMania, it would give us a breather for both shows. So it's not like, oh, I'm just getting over what happened to TakeOver, good, bad, or indifferent, and now I have to watch 5 hours of WrestleMania. So, yeah, and of course it looks like WrestleMania will probably lead into the 9th, which will be hilarious because Brock Lesnar, as soon as midnight strikes on WrestleMania, if they're still wrestling at that time, he can just, like, walk out of the ring and be like, I'm done, I'm out of here, and not have to do anything. But the show started out with Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon, as you figured. Apparently, the diverticulitis that Shane McMahon had was not that bad. So it looks like we are going to get Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon at WrestleMania in a tag team versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. And Bryan and McMahon have a WrestleMania warning for Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
To you, I'm being medically cleared to do what you love and what we all love to watch you do. I couldn't be more excited to be your tag team partner at WrestleMania, but nothing what you've gone through over the last 3 years, but over the past 3 weeks, I've been through a couple things myself. I was hospitalized with diverticulitis, staph infection, and an umbilical hernia courtesy of Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. But I have also been medically cleared. So I like to say that this Sunday, you and I are going to give it...
Now, I know diverticulitis is a serious medical issue, but when Brock Lesnar had it, it was not discovered until it was far into its, he had it for a very long time, apparently. Shane McMahon probably, they caught it early, so if he did have diverticulitis, which it's been confirmed that he did, it was probably caught early, so it's easier to cure. Same thing with the staph infection, which... The hernia, one thing, that's something you have to have surgery to get fixed. It just doesn't go away. So the fact that this guy's going to wrestle with a hernia is just ridiculous, first and foremost. This guy should be in a hospital bed, and I'm pretty sure Daniel Bryan's going to do most of the wrestling for this match. And he came out tonight, Shane did come out tonight, like, clutching his stomach a couple times, so apparently that hernia is not going to be gone by the time WrestleMania is there. So I'm pretty sure he's going to be taken out of the match. He's going to be taken out after the match is over, and Shane McMahon will go have his surgery, and we won't see him for many, many months.
Every single thing we got, and that's our promise this Sunday at WrestleMania. Over the past 6 months, I've made a lot of mistakes, especially when it comes to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. I have been friends with them for 15 years, and I allowed our friendship to lead me in directions that I shouldn't have let it go. And you warned me about their motivations to manipulate me. And Shane, I just have to say that you were right all along, and that I truly, deeply apologize. Wow. Well, thank you, but no reason to apologize, Daniel, because over the past 6 months I've done a little reflection myself, and I know I can be a little hot-headed at times and possibly, maybe a little stubborn. You stubborn? No! A McMahon stubborn?
That's a funny idea.
I've learned a lot about being in the WWE the past several years. And when a tag team or when partners have their differences, there's really only one way to resolve it.
Daniel Bryan wants a head from Shane McMahon.
You're right. Let me say, and again, I apologize to you because ever since Kevin Owens attacked my dad and Sami Zayn took my revenge away from me, I've been hot-headed, so I'm sorry to you.
Same goes for the handshake. This is booing the hell out of this.
Wait a second! I just shook your hand 2 minutes ago! Nashville doesn't want to see a Shane here! Nashville want to see us hug it out?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. And they do eventually hug it out. They did, well, Daniel Bryan, they did say Nashville want to see us hug it out, and Shane McMahon said, I'm not much of a hugger, but thank you anyway. Thank you for the, whatever. Then the crowd starts chanting, hug it out, hug it out, hug it out, and then, of course, they finally do hug. And surprised they cut that out, but okay.
That actually kind of worked. We're definitely on the same page now. That's right, and Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan being on the same page is bad news for Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, because we are going to get our payback for what they did to me. We are going to get our payback for what they did to Shane, and we are going to get our payback for everything that they've done in between.
You mean, like, I don't know, you should have said Vince, what they did to his Shane and his father, because what they did to Shane was the week before they did it to you, so what they do in between that week kind of was just bad wording there. I don't get the idea, though.
And Daniel, this one time, I want to say thank you for reinstating Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, because now this is the land of opportunity, and I personally am looking forward to teaming with you, taking the opportunity to rid ourselves of those two cancers, and after WrestleMania, they will never, ever be seen in the Smackdown Live arena again. So, are you guys ready to see Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon beat the holy hell out of Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens at WrestleMania?
Yeah, and you gotta notice something. Shane McMahon mentions a SmackDown Live arena. Not that they're not going to be seen in WWE again, just a SmackDown Live arena. So that pretty much tells you that they're probably going to have Zayn and Owens lose, and then they're going to get signed by Stephanie and Kurt Angle at WrestleMania. After WrestleMania, so we'll probably see Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens back on Raw the night after WrestleMania. So there is that. As soon as they started to get a chance, a few seconds later, Charlotte's music hits because her match with Natty is next. So, Rest of Time match was a decent opening TV match. Carmella, both women are down. Carmella comes out to try and cash in. Can I ask something? Why? For the umpteenth time, is Carmella during a match when Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 31 ran out with his briefcase to cash in during the Roman Reigns Brock Lesnar match, did he wait for a referee to come down? No, he just went straight down to the ring, handed it to the referee who was in the match, and made it a triple threat match like that. Why is it every single time Carmella comes down for during a match, the last two times these two have wrestled, she has come down to try and cash in? She's waving in the back, come on, instead of just running her ass down to the ring and handing the briefcase to the referee. This moment she's going to cash in and possibly lose now or win, whichever, is just going to be annoying because they've done it way too many times. Sitting at commentary, or when the match is over, and her music would hit, for her to just sit there and just hold her briefcase and just taunt. Like, run up to the ring and then just back up and be like, you gotta wait for me. Not try and cash in every time. This time she got it kicked out of her hand. Of course, Natty tries to take advantage again. She tries to roll up Charlotte. She gets a 2 count. Charlotte's like, not this time, bitch. Puts her in the figure 8 and makes her tap out. That was that. Then Asuka makes her way to the ring. And Asuka and her have a nice little talk. I wonder if that is actually on here. Let me get this Cue it up here if they do. I don't think they do. Let me. Oh, there they do. Let me. And of course, can someone please tell me why Asuka and Charlotte were in the finals of the Mixed Match Challenge? You thought that was a good idea? Asuka with her nice little message to Charlotte and Charlotte's rebuttal.
WrestleMania! The Queen will bow down to the Emperor!
Asuka's English is getting better, by the way.
Because no one is right! Yep, I'm ready. But the question is, are you ready?
You're asking if someone who is undefeated for 900 and some days. Let's think of WrestleMania sign. And that's all she had to say. They have a nice little stare at each other, and then that was the end of the segment. So, barring any slip on banana peel stuff tonight, it's going to be title versus streak at WrestleMania, and they did tap this could be the biggest women's match in WrestleMania history. No, unless she lost her streak tonight, this is the biggest women's match in WrestleMania history. Bar none, no matter what any women beforehand said. I guess Trish and Lita at WrestleMania, which was supposed to happen, would have been about the same, would have been big too. But no, this is the biggest match at WrestleMania, bar none. Really, depending on if they did the whole slip of the banana and Asuka lost her streak tonight, which I hope the hell she didn't. I don't watch the Mixed Match Challenge. Someone put a video up, I didn't watch it, but said that Asuka's streak ruined the Mixed Match Challenge, which, and honestly, it did. There was no reason to have Asuka in the Mixed Match Challenge. So that's all we have to say about that. And we are just moving on here. We had Jinder Mahal versus Rusev with Bobby Roode on commentary. You're wondering, where's Randy Orton at this time? Is Randy Orton up at the up at the ring ramp watching this match? No, he's nowhere to be found during this match. Who in the fuck cares about this match? It's Jinder Mahal, the modern day failure of Raja. He's not the modern day Maharaja, he's the modern day failure Raja. He is awful on the mic, he is awful in the ring, he is boring as fuck, and I would never want to see him. I would not pay to see him wrestle. I would not pay to see get his ass kicked. I would pay to get the fuck out of the arena, plain and simple. Match end with a monster kick for the pin, so I guarantee I know who's not winning the match at WrestleMania, and it's not going to be Rusev. This is just WWE logic. Jinder wins. I already put it down. Jinder wins at Mania, I betcha. RKO out of nowhere on Rusev. RKO to Aiden, who was on the top, who came in to attack. Who came in and attacked Randy Orton. He goes up on the apron onto the top, the turnbuckle, trying to get up, Randy, trying to attack him. Roode pushes him off and hits him, and he gets hit into RKO. They call it the Glorious RKO. Whatever. Nice tag team name, I guess. Bobby Roode gets into the ring, grabs the United States Championship, holds it for a minute, turns it, and hands it over to Randy Orton, but does not immediately. He grabs a hold of it like, I'm not letting this go yet. Not until this Sunday, of course. Those guys just stay at the WrestleMania side. No shenanigans between those two. And that was the end of that. A Rusev Day chant as Reed and Orton stared at the Mania sign, of course. So that was that. Still looking forward to it. Oh, we haven't done that yet. AJ Styles focused on Shinsuke Nakamura heading into WrestleMania. This was earlier in the day and I didn't play the clip, so we're going to get that clip going here. And is the commercial, which are just ridiculous. But this is AJ Styles on his WrestleMania match against Shinsuke Nakamura.
Thinks he's being pretty clever playing these games. But what really got to me is when he loaded up the Kinshasa, came at me with the strike, but did pull it up at the last second.
That isn't a big part of the main event, by the way.
But he forgets that this dog bites. I know that he thinks he's in my head. I get that. He thinks I'm really emotional. And he's probably right. I do wear my emotions on my sleeve. It's no different when I was a kid, scrapping it up on the playground with the big boys. It's the reason why I'm in the WWE in the first place. It's the reason why I've got to this moment. And every phenomenal form that I throw is loaded with emotions on my sleeve. See, my emotions, they're not my weakness. They're my strength. But if you want to talk about weakness, I think Shinsuke Nakamura's got one. Takes me too lightly. I am the WWE champion. And we are far from the Tokyo Dome. It's WrestleMania.
The only thing for this entire build to WrestleMania has been mentioned of the past is when AJ Styles would mention the Tokyo Dome or Tom Phillips would mention the Tokyo Dome. That's it. Nothing else. You'll talk about IWGP this, IWGP that, IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion for this or that. But this is the only thing for this build that you got from the past is the Tokyo Dome. They met in the Tokyo Dome. That's it. Come on, WWE. Just do it right. Come on.
It's a dream match. This isn't a dream. It's a reality. And the reality is, I'm going to beat Shinsuke Nakamura.
Sorry about that. Thing. So that's his thoughts, and we'll get to Nakamura's thoughts here in a minute. But we had ourselves an 8-man WWE catering, which is led by WWE catering, which is led by I don't know, on Smackdown. We have Titus O'Neil leading catering on Raw. Who should lead catering on Smackdown? I would say probably Breezango, because that's where they just love to play. So it's Breezango's catering with Ryder and Breezango themselves, and Ty Dillinger versus Mojo Valley, Baron Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, and I guess Primo Cologne. Epico must be still hurt, or whichever one it was. Whichever one, doesn't really matter. They're like, oh, this is a preview of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. These 8 men are going to be on the Battle Royal. Yes, they did want to show you, hey, this is how you eliminate somebody. I'll throw you over the pin. I'll throw you over. I'll throw you over. They did that over and over and over again. All of them did it. Like, oh, let me super kick you over the top rope. Let me do the Hurricane Runner over the top rope to you and all that good stuff. It was just so fucking ridiculous. What was the damn point? Could they not find 2 people? You know what's nice about this week's SmackDown Live? We didn't see the Riot Squad one bit. We didn't see the Riot Squad at all. We won't probably see the Riot Squad until Sunday. And give Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan their own theme music. Same thing with Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose from Raw. Give them their own theme music. We don't need to hear Paige's theme, and we don't need to hear Ruby Riot's theme besides. Oh, that's right. It's the Royal Rumble. It's the Battle Royal. My bad. Scratch all that. Of course, I know how they're going to probably do this too. We'll have Sasha Banks or Bayley's music hit for Raw, and all the women will come out for Raw. Then we'll have the NXT women's music hit for probably Ember Moon, and then the NXT women in SmackDown with like Becky Lynch or Riot Squad or something, and they'll all come out. That's just how they want to do it sometimes. I don't know. The women's battle royal is going to be a joke, and I honestly don't care about it. But yeah, 8-man tag match that went absolutely fucking nowhere. Let's have Baron Corbin throw you over. Baron Corbin, I think, won with an end of the day, so who fucking cares? We had Nakamura give his piece, but WWE's being a real pain about it and not putting it up on YouTube at this time. It's him talking about his thoughts on the match this Sunday at WrestleMania. And then we had a great segment between Owens and Zayn, how they somehow got into the building. I mean, and one problem with this segment, if it ever comes out, with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn coming into the arena. Sami Zayn, of course, wears hat. That's fine. He looked like just a casual person. Kevin Owens was wearing a KO Mania 3 shirt during this segment when I can get it up here. He's wearing, this entire time they're ranting, is wearing a KO Mania 3 shirt. You have been quote-unquote fired from this brand. Why are you coming out with a KO... Like, save that for WrestleMania. That's fire WrestleMania. Don't wear the KO Mania shirt tonight. I don't care if you want to try and sell it at WrestleMania. Don't wear it tonight because you're not supposed to actually be there. You're breaking and entering, as they say, or you're invading like you're not supposed to. You're just like, you shouldn't be advertising KO Mania on this show. Well, of course, Kevin Owens looks like he wrestles in casual wear as it is anyway. So unlike Roman Reigns, who was suspended a couple weeks ago, comes into WWE, comes into an episode of Monday Night Raw dressed to compete. Kevin Owens, of course, doesn't wear anything out of the ordinary, so you know. But it was a nitpick for me. KO Mania 3, that should be something they save for WrestleMania, which, of course, which I like the way he's doing his whole Manias. And to anybody, if you're living in the northeast part of the United States, Mother Nature is a bitch because it's raining, thundering, lightning outside sometimes, and it was snowing yesterday, and it's just pissing me the fuck off. Just saying. But anyway, the main event of the show was Styles and Nakamura versus Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. Gable and Benjamin took advantage a couple times of Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles not being on the same page because AJ Styles, of course, being called the emotional one that he is by Nakamura, they kept getting into arguments, and the match pretty much came to an end when Nakamura wanted to get tagged in. AJ Styles did not want to tag him in. He jumps over the ropes, and I'm like, oh, these two are going to fight right here. No, he gets right in Shinsuke Nakamura's face. He hits the phenomenal forearm to Chad Gable for the 1, 2, 3. AJ Styles picks up the victory for their team. He slides out of the ring, says, give me my title, grabs his title, starts taunting. Nakamura is in the ring looking, oh man, I can't believe he didn't, come on AJ, I was here for you all this time, why don't you tag me in, yada yada yada. That's probably what he's thinking, something like that, in storyline. Well, AJ Styles starts looking like he's heading to the back when Shelton Benjamin comes from behind and attacks Shinsuke Nakamura. So Shinsuke Nakamura fends off Shelton Benjamin while AJ Styles casually got onto the apron. Shinsuke Nakamura turns around, AJ Styles jumps up, looks like he's about to hit the phenomenal forearm. Shinsuke Nakamura actually ducks, like, oh shit, he's gonna nail me. And AJ Styles lets up and just sits there and he smiles. He has that smile on his face, he's like, I got you. You did this to me last week and I got you back. And Nakamura looks up, AJ pats him on the head, leaves the ring, and it just looks like that pissed Nakamura off majorly. Like, he's like, I can't believe it's just like this look on his face, like, he got me. I can't believe he fucking got me. But it was a great little ending to the show. Smackdown and quite honestly, this show is all Smackdown minus one match for Raw. SmackDown has the women's title. SmackDown has the tag titles that you want to see. You want to see the Bludgeon Brothers win, of course, but it would not put it past WWE to put them on the New Day by having the Usos get the pinfall or something. Should be the Bludgeon Brothers. Every single title, minus the United States, unless Rusev wins, every single title in SmackDown's version of the show is intriguing, unless, of course, if Rusev wins at WrestleMania, it would be amazing, and that would just put an icing on top of the cake, especially if it's Nakamura, Asuka, the Bludgeon Brothers, and Rusev. If those are your 4 championship winners after this show's over, then SmackDown, by and large, had the better showing at WrestleMania, because the only match on Raw, again, that I even give a one iota fuck about is the triple threat match for the Intercontinental title. Nothing else on the Raw side is even worth mentioning, really. Of course, the NXT is going to be the best show of the weekend for WWE, plain and simple. And of course, the cruiserweights get shafted again and put on the pre-show. But if you did not hear what I had to say about that, go check out my Raw review. It is on the channel, and also make sure to check out Unscripted on the YouTube channel. We will be having one of those this week, along with NXT tomorrow. The NXT Takeover preview and prediction on Thursday. Friday, we're going to have our WrestleMania preview and predictions. And Saturday will be unscripted as we get closer and closer to WrestleMania. And of course, Saturday night is our NXT TakeOver review and results show leading into WrestleMania, which will be a 5-hour long show plus the pre-show. So looking at 7 hours, because unlike most people, I watch the entire pre-show just to see when they're going to do the cruiserweights. Because if the cruiserweights, like last year, open up the pre-show, that'll be the first thing I fucking talk about, and they will hear it from me. So if you do want to see if you can get one last ditch effort to get the match on the main card, then you should go to Snickers, if anything, and tell them that WWE is being an injustice to the cruiserweights, and they should have a spot on WrestleMania. And fuck the women's evolution if you have to do that. I don't know. Well, it looks like WWE's laxing on these this time. I mean, last night they had most of the things done before I even got on last night. So, yes, it looks like I'm gonna be able to play those last few spots. Hold on one second. I should be able to get one. Hold on. Someone did put it up, so the Owens and Zayn one. But it's Owens and Zayn, call out Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan and Sami Zayn and Shane McMahon do respond. Oh, they're oh. And Shane McMahon were in the back watching this. They pretty much get cut off from the microphones here in a second. They know how to be heels, unlike Mr. Roman Reigns, who doesn't know how to be a good babyface. Again, I should have said it in the beginning, it is so great to see the real face to those Roman enthusiasts out there who think Roman Reigns is the face. Oh, fans, he gets a reaction, No, motherfuckers, he gets the wrong reaction. The motherfucker should be getting cheered while the motherfucker gets booed. He held up the Universal title last night and got booed. He got some cheers from the casuals, some cheers from the casuals, not from the diehards, but from the casuals. Then as soon as he got that title up in the air, the boos start filtering in, and as soon as Brock Lesnar put him up and hit that F5, it was just cheer fest. So this is the biggest story going into WrestleMania, and of course I should just end with that because I don't see the other one getting on there. But that was by far the best. It was a good show, better than last night, of course. Last night was just god-fucking awful. Yes, there was a meaningless 8-man tag match. I don't know who the fuck that was a good idea. Oh, let's put an 8-man tag match on here that has people from Breezango's Catering on here, you know, or the Fashion Files Catering, whatever the fuck they call that show. Yeah, so other than that, I think Smackdown had a pretty good show. That is going to be all for tonight. We will be back here tomorrow for our NXT review for the go-home show to take over in the North American Championship. I wonder if they're going to splice the reveal of the North American Championship into the show on NXT tomorrow. I hope it's how they open the show. Like, they open up the show and it's like yesterday, and it's like Triple H's announcement of the North American Championship, which by far I will show that off tomorrow. That is a beautiful looking belt, and quite honestly, if I had one belt from the modern WWE right now to have in to start a collection with, or to add to a collection, it would be the NXT North American Championship. It is just that damn good. But my name is The Fonz. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at The Fonz. Follow me on twitch.tv/TheFonz08. And I will be back here tomorrow. Make sure to find Unscripted on my channel right now. It is, go check it out. And yesterday's Raw review, NXT tomorrow, and then we're going to have ourselves some preview and predictions. Unscripted on Saturday, NXT TakeOver New Orleans on Saturday night, and then WrestleMania the next day. Until then, I'm out of here, and you guys have yourselves a good day.